we
You're
live?
Not late. You're not live. You're not.
We're not even
now
live
you're
yet.
live.
We're live now?
Yeah.
We're
You
live.
turn the
What's
light on.
going on,
Turn the
everybody?
light on.
Okay, that was kind of lackluster.
That was lackluster. Hey guys, how are you? Hopefully you guys are doing great. It has been
What are you giggling about?
crazy here coming in here. Wow. That's some serious light.
Let's try to...
Oh, no, I don't like that. I don't like this light. I need to get a new one. I don't like it.
No, you can't be so extra. Why are you always
I don't
extra?
like it. I don't like
Welcome
it.
to the ranch, everybody. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming in here each and every week. We appreciate your support. Appreciate you as a
We
viewer.
do.
We appreciate you as friends. We appreciate all the people that we've got to meet so far, and even the ones we haven't met yet.
Like Lazy Day said, welcome to Procrastination Therapy Thursday.
Let's go. We're mashing up everything, every little detail.
All of it.
I'm gonna let Monica take over on the conversation.
And Casey said, yeah, she's extra because she's friends with me. There you go.
Oh, Casey's in here.
Okay, so let's say hi to everybody. Let me go up to the top. And
What's up,
let's say hi to
everybody?
everybody. I'm gonna go.
What's
to
everybody eating tonight? I'm eating pizza, baby.
Yeah,
This is pizza from the East Coast.
yeah, Lido Pizza.
Lido's Pizza. Let's go.
Yeah. So anyway, so we have Rebecca, Touched by Yarn. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in tonight. We have Jeannie Lipsky. She says, "Hey, Monica, Eric, we're having our first heat wave. I hate the heat. I love the heat. It is nice and warm, but guess what? More than anything here in Texas, it is dry. It is dry. It is not raining, and apparently, it's been raining the whole time I was gone.
No, it's not dry. It's just not raining. It's
It's
wet.
not raining. Okay. We've got
When you got to wear muck boots everywhere you walk, it's
we've
wet.
got Casey from Ormsby Farms in here. Thank you so much for coming in, Casey. I appreciate you. We've got Nana 9 Acres. How are you? Jumped in to say hi and got to go to our live. Yeah, go have fun in your live. Thank you for popping in and saying hello. We've got Beth in there, BNS Odyssey. Hey, how are you? Let's see. Lazy Days Ahead. Jesse and Lisa, thanks for coming in, Jesse. I appreciate you. Let's see. 3B Homestead, how are you? I'm super glad you're here tonight. Thank you for coming in. Lone Cross, how are you doing, Scotty? Lone Cross, hashtag MTP. Monica is glowing tonight. Is there a bun in the oven? There can be no buns in the ovens. There's no
Wait,
bun
what?
in this oven. I don't know why I'm
Who
glowing.
just asked that?
Jesse did.
Jesse.
I'm happy to be home with my husband and my family. I've been gone for an entire week and it has been a lot. So yeah, Elizabeth Conroy Powers, how are you? She said, I live in Conroe back in Michigan. Welcome in. I'm so glad you're here. And Shoestrom Farms, how are you? Welcome in. Thanks for coming and joining us tonight.
How did you remember how to say that name?
I just remember Shoestrom Farms. Let's see who else. Yeah, Jeannie said I could go for some pizza. Okay, so I have been home for an entire week and I've been home for an entire day. Okay. So I've been gone for a week. I've been gone for a week.
Does it feel like you've been back an entire week already?
Already.
After not even 24 hours?
No, not yet.
I must make life miserable for you.
Hey, Brampton Gardner says, hey, waiting for my earbuds to connect. So I'm waving. So yeah. So Brampton Gardner, welcome in, Rochelle. So I have been home now for less than
24 hours.
Less than a day. And we didn't get into almost 9 o'clock last night. We went out. Eric took me after my plane / flight landed. We were actually like an hour delayed anyway. There was rain that was coming into Maryland. And so we were a little bit delayed leaving. I finally got home last night and Eric took me out to Chick-fil-A, or as we like to call it, Chick-fil-A, because that's what the kids call it. And, we stopped off and got some dinner and then we headed home and got home about 9 o'clock. So I've been home for less than a day. And I will say that I'm pretty proud of myself for unpacking most of my stuff. And so my question for you guys tonight is, when you guys go on trips, I'm going to start a poll.
This must be a pretty legit poll question. Because normally you're asking me.
When you come home from a trip, let's see, how long
you're going to tell on yourself here.
does it take to unpack? How long does it take you to unpack? Within the first day or
a week?
1 day or more?
Oh, 1 day or more? Yeah. It should be like maybe like two or 3 days.
5+ days.
5+, yeah.
We'll say 1 to 4 days. We'll say, hold on, if I can get this done here.
What's going on, Connor? So
There we
glad
go.
you're in here.
Here's my question for you guys. Here's my poll. When you come home from a trip, how long does it take you to unpack? How long does it take you to unpack? Within the first day, do you unpack? Or are you a 1 to 4 day people? Like, it takes a couple days. Or are you doing a 5+ days and you're just taking forever? Like when I got home, my clothes were already washed. I only had 2 outfits that were completely dirty. So I put them into the dirty clothes bin. I emptied I took all the luggage and emptied it, and they're upstairs already, put away in the attic. That doesn't usually happen for me, but I'm pretty impressed with myself today.
I'm impressed with you.
That I'm just trying to be mindful of the fact that we have a lot of chaos happening. We have a lot of animals in the house right now. We have babies hatching out. We have eggs hatching out for people that, I'm giving away, things like that. But we've got a lot of stuff going on, and I'm trying to be mindful of the fact that Eric has a lot on his plate at work, and I need to make sure that I'm trying to organize the crazy that is in this house. So I've been gone a lot today. Yeah, we were gone a lot today because I had this morning we recorded our podcast that I kind of missed out on last week. So we did our podcast this morning, and then as soon as we finished the podcast, we recorded 2 episodes, which was awesome. And then I left.
Are you
right
allowed
away.
to say who it was? Or
We had. Oh, I'm so excited! I think I can say. Casey, can I say who it was? Let's see. Texan Carnivores in here. How you doing, Dave? Line's in. Connor's in here. That's his fishing channel, guys. Connor's Curiosity. That's his herping channel. So if you are into like herping and stuff like that, then you can go watch Connor's Curiosity. But if you're into like fishing and stuff, Line's in is his fishing channel. So that's really cool that he's got 2 channels going on there. Miss Ann Dale's in here. How are you? But anyway, I'm excited that I got everything done. I mean, I left right away. No, I can't say who it was. And Ormsby Farm said, no, I can't say who we saw today.
But he can't tell me what to do.
Well, I will
I'm
say
not contractually.
The person that was on our episode today for our podcast,
Yeah,
she's amazing. She's got a huge, massive channel on YouTube. She's very famous.
Whoa.
And she's friends with Miss Ann Dale because Ann Dale's famous. But I will say she's amazing. And we had a really good conversation. It was great. And I'm really enjoying our podcast. Casey and Ann are amazing. And I will say Sandy is pretty phenomenal.
I like how you put Sandy at the end. You're trying
I am learning
You're
so
putting her under your
much
thumb and showing her who's in control.
Sandy. No, she's amazing.
She's the newbie.
I love her.
You gotta
Hey,
make
how
sure
are you doing, Sarah Homesteading Hustle? How are you? Good.
You got to
good
keep
see
her
you
in
here.
check. You can't just
No,
let her
I'm
come in
telling
and
you.
run amok.
She's amazing. She's so smart. Like I literally make notes every time I'm on a podcast episode with her. I could sit there and listen to her all the time. Like she's just so smart. She's so smart. If you guys have never seen Miss Sandy over at Suburban Homestead or Wyoming to Arizona, I'm going to mess it up. Suburban Homestead or Wyoming to Arizona, blah, 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 that. She's amazing. Sandy with an I. She's fantastic. And she's just so smart. She has so much knowledge. Yeah. Well, I did your poll, but I don't travel much now. I used to have motorhomes. I didn't have to unpack. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, Miss Jeannie. That's awesome. We are ready for you to be back on, Eric. Yeah, he definitely.
You stinking stole the person I was going to do my podcast with. Now you want me to come on?
You stinking stole. You never talked to Miss Sandy. So, and guess what? We didn't take her. She offered. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. Shushan Farms have you ever had a cow bring another cow into labor? Bring another cow in labor. Hold on. You asked the question earlier. Was that the same question? Have you ever had a cow bring another cow in labor? That happened for us. I don't think that's ever happened for us. I don't think we've ever had a cow. I mean, we've had weather bring upon labor. So your pressure systems, high, low pressure systems, the extreme pressure systems will cause a cow to go in labor. So maybe it was the weather that just caused one cow to another cow. But I know that if cows are like people, they probably cycle together. I mean, women cycle together eventually. Like if you have a lot of women that are constantly together and hanging out with one another, their cycles will actually time up. Kind of weird. I know, too much information, but
this is a family show.
Yeah, that's a smart move there, dude. Haha. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, I would say that maybe that happened with maybe it was the weather that did it. Maybe it wasn't the cow. Maybe it was actually the weather.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So let's see if a lot of people, 50% within the first day. Some people are 1 to 4 days. There's only a short amount of people, small group of people.
I think I usually put my stuff away.
I put your stuff away.
Oh, dude.
Hey, Miss Sandy, I was just talking about how amazing you are.
Look at that thumbnail. What's going on?
I know. Her thumbnail is so pretty.
Is that from, that looks like an old.
It's a black and white picture.
80s picture or something.
It's a black and white picture. She's so cute. Let's see. Brandon Gardner said that's more family related than female reproductive talk. Yeah, it is. It's just family related.
Okay.
Family related. So yeah. So anyway, but I mean, I think that we had a really good podcast today. I
Yeah.
left immediately and went to get teeth worked on at the dentist. I mean, like I literally left the seat, went in there. I told the kids, I was like, load up in the car, and we left and went straight to the dentist. We got Jacob and Jonathan worked on today. Jonathan did great. He said, I need to buy that very expensive toothbrush up there. Paid cash for it
Oh,
because
he bought it?
he bought it for himself.
What's up?
Because
we're making difference makers in our house.
well, he looked at me. He was like, I don't care how much it costs, Mom. I want it. I was like, well, I can't buy it online. They don't sell it. It's only at the dentist.
Yeah.
She only had 3 left, a pink one and then 2 white ones. And I was like, well, definitely he doesn't want the pink one. So we are able to get this toothbrush that Jonathan's got. It is only available at the dentist. It tells you, I don't know how it does it. Dad says he appreciates your family content as well as being informative. Yeah, well, this is informative stuff. It's okay. It's okay, Connor. We're good. We're going to keep it good for you. But he got this toothbrush today that it will tell you if you missed a tooth. It has a Bluetooth app on it, a Bluetooth that goes to your phone, and it'll tell you how much pressure you're putting on your teeth.
Oh.
So if you're brushing too hard, if you're brushing too soft, if you're not brushing long enough, it'll tell you if you're missing your teeth, like if you're not brushing good enough.
This sounds extra.
Well, he had 4 cavities in the very back teeth, all 4, each one. And after his experience last week, he had nitrous oxide, and it literally gave him like a full-blown panic attack. It was awful. I've never seen him in such a way. It was awful. He said, Connor says, I hear worse at school. Well, not good, but at least we're not bad for you. Hey, Miss Jackie, how are you?
What's up, Miss Jackie?
So needless to say, he went and put the money cash in hand. He was like, boom, I want this toothbrush. He said, Mom, I don't ever want to have to get another filling again, ever. So I said, sounds good to me, bud. Sounds good to me. So yeah, he bought himself a new fancy toothbrush.
Instead of buying video games, you're buying a toothbrush.
Yeah.
A smart toothbrush.
It's a super smart toothbrush too.
I want to use it.
Even the dentist, you have your own. I bought your own. The dentist,
I'm still going to use his.
I should have made him pay for his.
And he doesn't watch our lives, so he won't know what
he will never know. Health class. Yes, there it is. Well, I will say I was really impressed with him though, because he was in a bad way last week. So he was in there today, and I said, no nitrous today. We're going to do it without nitrous. And I said, just squeeze my hand if it stings. And he did. He squeezed my hand, and then he did great. And he was like, I said, so was that worse than last week, or is that better? He goes, no, that was much better than last week. So we are learning little things. Yeah, step up with a good decision. Yeah, I was very, very, very happy. So at 15 years old, he has like the most expensive toothbrush I've ever seen in my entire life. But he's going to have healthy teeth for the rest of his life, because that's what I'm hoping. He's good dental habits, because he was not happy finding out he had,
Did you say hi to Miss Rebecca?
I did. She was one of the first people in here.
Yeah,
She's so pretty. I love her little thumbnail too. It's so cute. Let's see. We need to see Eric's weekly toothbrushing reports. Oh my gosh. Eric brushes his teeth he takes forever. He's like, brush, 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 brush.
Heaven forbid I hit every tooth.
Brush, 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 brush. I mean, brushing is.
It's a good 10-minute ordeal.
Yeah, and he'll like walk around the house brushing his teeth, brushing his teeth, brushing his teeth.
Yeah, we've been watching Bob Ross lately.
Yeah, Bob Ross has been the new thing in the house. Everybody's loving Bob Ross.
While you're brushing your teeth. That's relaxing.
That's like 30 minutes of
You might actually
brushing.
fall asleep or start nodding off with the toothbrush in your hand.
Yes, I agree, Miss Ann. I get nervous going to the dentist. So yeah, it's really brave for him to go back. Yes, Miss Sandy, we hit 43,000 today. Woo-woo. Yeah, we're really excited. Hey, Don, how are you? Shoestrom said, this is an awesome live. We're going from cows having babies, cycling, weather, and now to unpacking all the way to toothbrushing. Yeah, fancy toothbrush.
Family content.
And I'm struggling with a cell phone.
Yeah.
It's actually called a smart toothbrush. I was super excited.
I'm waiting for when they have the Roomba for your toothbrush.
Oh my gosh.
Just like a little device you can set on your teeth and it just goes.
Okay. So my mom has one of those Roombas, right? His name is Joshua. And then she has Clean Latifah. She's in South Carolina.
Wait, time out. What was the one?
Joshua, like Jaws, like Dunu, Jaws, Jaw,
No,
Joshua.
stop for a second.
Clean Latifah.
No,
she lives in South Carolina.
I got Clean Latifah. I get that. But say it again. It's Jaws.
That's
what?
so cool, Sarah.
What is it?
Joshua. Jaws, like Joshua, but his name is Joshua.
Okay.
Anyway, he's like my mom's extra kid.
No, real quick. Can you do the sound effect again for the music?
Do. We are going to get flagged. I don't want to do it.
I don't. Yeah, they're not. It's not going to pick that up because I don't even know what you're doing.
That's Jaws.
That's not even close.
It is. Somebody needs to look it up. I'm not going to do it here because we'll get flagged for it, but that is totally it. How do y'all takes about 20 minutes to unpack? Yeah, see, I knew Gwen. I knew Gwen was a first dayer. She was like,
I like Gwen.
Get it in there, get it out of here, boom. Go to sleep and let it clean. So my mom, she's been dealing with a lot. My grandfather passed away last Monday. And so I flew in immediately. I went into Maryland on Wednesday night, and Mom hadn't run Joshua in a couple of days. So one Saturday.
Can we just call it a Roomba though? Why
no, it's Joshua. So one Saturday, she turns Joshua on. She puts everything up and she says, oh, no, it was on Sunday because the day after the funeral. She says, Monica, I'm turning Joshua on. Just watch. Don't trip on him. I won't trip on him. So when he's finished, he goes into his little like thing and puts himself away. And I'm so disappointed in him. He was terrible. Yeah. See, Charles, job access with speech. Cruising sweets and treats. Welcome in. Job access with speech. Okay. Well, Joshua did his thing, but he did a terrible job. That wasn't it. Rochelle, you don't think that was good? Da, 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 ha, ha. No, it's da, 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 da. That's what it is. Haven't seen any strange animal placemats lately. No strange animal placemats. No. Thanks for coming in, God's drummer. Nice to see you.
Yeah, thank you for coming. I'm sorry. I'm just baffled by how you think that this sound.
What is your sound? Tell me. You tell me. You do it. Then.
I'm not doing it because
you can do Joshua's sound better. You do it. Let me hear you.
Well, it's
Jaws.
Whatever.
Joshua.
Probably sounds like a vacuum cleaner. So it'd be like. Bzz.
Joshua is what I call a toe eater. Those things chase me everywhere. He turns Johnson on. He nothing to see.
Wait, why is Andale getting chased by Joshua?
A toe eater, a Roomba. She doesn't like the Roombas.
Okay, she's acting like she's in that. What's that movie with Michael Keaton?
Like Mr. Mom,
where the vacuum's like actually chasing them, and actually had the Jaws sounds.
Wait, on a Roomba, try clicking spot. It cleans better. Well, Joshua did a terrible job under her cabinets. I was looking at, I dropped something, and under the cabinets was awful. I was very disappointed. I told Mom she needed to fire him, or she needed to clean him out, like clean his little thing out better. He just didn't do a good job at all. I was very disappointed. I really don't like a Roomba. She's really not happy with a Roomba.
Andale? Yeah.
YouTube gives you 8 seconds per clip in caps, cumulative, so be careful. See? Per clip in caps. So I better not say it no more. They're going to pick up on it.
Pick up on what?
My Jaws thing.
Nope, they're definitely not picking up on anything.
Screen reader application, Jaws, JAW. Yeah, they're going to know. They're going to get me. They're going to like ding because I sound so much like that. Intro to Jaws.
You sound like the knockoff version.
I don't want to do it really good.
About like a guppy fish or something.
I don't want to do it that good because then they'll ding us. So I'm saving my really good impersonation for later. My dogs probably wouldn't like a Roomba or any other brand of auto vacuum. So my mom has a Roomba, right?
Oh, listen, look at this. No cat.
No cat. You don't have to worry, Monica. Thanks, Miss Ann. I'm not worried because I'm doing an off version.
It's definitely off.
Okay, so Wish Jaws, the Temu version. Probably shouldn't say that either. Okay, so then I go to my friend's house.
You just want to sit on my lap?
No, I'm just like
attacking me.
So then I go to Miss Shar's house. My friend Kim, they do a resemblance to Melody too. So be careful. See, Connor's trying to help me. I know that's what I was
Connor.
trying.
That's not even close.
We're gonna get dinged. If we get dinged, Connor, I'll let you all know next week.
No, we need to put that up as a poll to figure out if you're even remotely close.
We're gonna we're going down within the first day. We got a high within a 1 to 2 day thing.
Okay. Let me say this: that if you didn't do this,
Melody too,
nobody would even know what you're talking about. It's like name that tune. Like people could like pick it up pretty quick.
I'm just saying.
Except for yours, they're not picking yours up.
Whatever. Okay, so then I go to my friend's house, and guess what?
What?
They have Miss Shar.
Yes.
She was like, by the way, I was like, hey, before I leave, Miss Shar, I need to use your restroom. She's like, yeah, go ahead. Bathroom right there. Blah, blah, blah. I've known this lady since I was like 8 years old. So I go. She's like, oh, don't mind Mike's bidet. It was a really high-end bidet in there. I didn't use it, but it made me want to put your bidet in. I need to install that bidet. Pirate hat Monica. They're going to see it and they're going to know. Thank you.
It's supposed to be a fin, not a pirate hat. What are you talking about?
It's a shoot. It's my okay. We had one for years ago. I always made a beeline for the area rug and got stuck and screamed. You know, my mom doesn't have any rugs, so it was good. But yeah, Joshua didn't do a very good job. I'm wondering if Clean Latifah does a better job down south, because I think she's my mom's southern gal. She does her thing in South Carolina. So I'll tell you in a couple weeks, because I'll be down there at the end of July. So thanks, Sandy. I appreciate you. A fin. Thank you, Rochelle. I need to put Eric's bidet in.
I said it was a fin.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, I didn't hear that word. Okay, so I go to Maryland.
Go to Maryland.
Look, my grandfather died. He loved Jesus, and he was 92. He was ready to go home. He was done. He was done with this world. He was like, peace out, yo, I'm leaving. He didn't say that probably, but
you think your 92-year-old granddad was
said peace
saying,
out?
Yo?
No, but I will say that my mom was doing really well. I'm like really proud of her because she's amazing. She's an amazing woman. She did a really good job helping my pop-pop and taking care of him. And yes, I call him pop-pop. Okay. That's just what I call him. Anyway, he's amazing. And she did such a good job taking care of him. And it's funny because like, she's literally like, we're talking and she's like, she's like, I can't cry. Like I haven't cried. And I said, it's going to be fine. We're going to be good. We did good, like together. She literally cried when I left. We were leaving, and then she grabs me and I'm like, I'm crying now. She's like, I know. We're at the airport, and she's like, I'm actually gonna miss you more this time than I've ever missed you. And I was like, gee, thanks, Mom, for the compliment. I'm actually going to miss you more
I think
than I usually do.
I got to start writing down these quotes from your mom, because I'm going to start using them when you go off to these trips or whatever.
I do have the bidet. You saw him open it. I just haven't sent it back, and I'm not going to send it back. It's too late anyway to return it.
See.
Daddy Shark. I can't say all of it. Do. So you all see the fever blister?
Aren't you like
See that? See that?
musically inclined? Why
I
are
am.
you struggling with this soundtrack?
That stupid fever blister. Maryland gives me fever blisters. I've decided that, and stretching my face out when I make these games and stuff. But seriously, when I go back, I must get stressed or something when I'm there. And then I get like, boof. Yeah, Miss Ann, she did. It was just me and her. It was just me and her. And my sister was there for a little bit. That could be why I have the fever blister. My sister was there. No. Mindy watches, so I gotta be careful. No, I'm just messing. But no, I mean, we had a good time. We did a lot of things. I went and left her alone for a little bit, which is nice. And I left my mom alone for a little bit. She kind of did
which
her
is
own
nice.
thing, which is nice.
You made that clear.
But I meant it. I got a chance to go see some people. I got a chance to see a friend. I guess traveling stresses me out. I think it's just busyness in Maryland. It keeps me really. I stay really busy. So the cow was doing great. Brandon Gardner says it's hard living far away. It does. It is. Yeah. That you lifted in the tractor. Yeah. That cow was doing much better now. She's actually hopefully gonna have a baby soon. Hopefully she'll be calving soon here. How drunk were you when you fell down? Hey Drops, how are you? I'm not drunk at all. No drunk. Where did I fall down? Did I fall down somewhere?
I don't know. I'm still focused on the pirate hat.
That's my shark
What
fin.
is that?
That's my shark fin. Okay, so you know when you go and swim in a public pool and there's like a shadow, that's where the sharks are. That's where you have to be careful. All the sharks are always there. How many people thought that when they were? Yeah, that's a thing.
That's funny. The other day I was talking to Don about
Swimming
Jaws.
in pools.
I'm not really sure how we got on that subject, but he was saying that in one of the beaches that he went to, it was so packed. And then after the movie Jaws came out,
Yes,
it was like empty. Like nobody wanted to go out into the water.
because it was Jaws.
I'm trying to think of where he was. Was he in California maybe?
Oh wow. Ever worried in a pool?
Never worried.
You were never worried in a pool?
Never worried in the pool.
You don't know. They could be there. Somebody could have put one in there. Okay, so the plane had air turbulence, right? Stewardess, give me air turbulence, right? Stewardess, give me LOL. Hey, Thunderstick Homestead, how you doing? Mr. Bowen, how you doing tonight? There was a time when I was watching a video and someone found an alligator in their pool. That's a little scary. See? You should be scared in pools. And animals can get in your pools.
It's clear. You can see it. So if you're getting in and you can't see it.
See?
then either your eyes are closed, you're blind,
Oh,
or you
drops
need
are
to clean your pool.
We saw drops for the first time as a kid in a hotel in Hawaii. Bad idea. Yeah, not a good thing. Not a good
Yeah.
thing. Sharks are not freshwater.
Actually,
I think there are freshwater sharks, aren't there?
Actually, we were binge watching as a family for dinner
Alligator.
nights and stuff. We were watching River Monsters,
Yeah.
and that was one of the things that he found
That's a
was
scary
that
show. I
was
did not
that
like
the
that one.
sharks were up in the rivers, in the fresh
Yeah.
water.
The pool at Balmorea, I cannot swim in. Well, I can't swim.
Oh, that's
period.
right. Yes,
What?
it was in Florida.
Mm,
Yeah.
junior high. There you go. Alligator in the South, perhaps. Maybe. Let's see. Well, he says he's good but tired. Good. I'm glad you're doing good, Bowen. I was thinking about you the other day. I don't know what made me think about you, but I was wondering how you were doing. Oh, yeah. So Brandon Gardner says they have to worry about beavers. I'm going to let that lie. Was going to use the pool and found out one of the hoses was bad. Oh, no. There are some sharks that can swim in both. See, I knew Sandy would know. Balmoral. I don't know. Baltimore would be Balmoral. Before 2020, if I recall, an alligator was found in an area near Walt Disney World. See?
I think, well, I've heard that like on flooding / tornado or hurricanes rather, I've heard that they pick up some gators and they'll drop them in places.
Nuh-uh.
I've heard that.
Well, they could pick up sharks then. Sharknado. It could pick up the sharks and put them in pools.
You know, and I thought that movie was fake.
It could be real.
I just realized it is.
Freshwater sharks are
non-fiction.
usually in the catfish family. Sharks and brackish water. Sharks and gators can both be found easily in brackish water. Right there, boom, right there. Just filled it up too. Oh, that stinks, drop. So you just got to get in it before it turns green.
And make sure there's no gators in there.
Just check for gators or sharks. Sharknadoes. It's been really tornado-y lately.
Yeah.
There are freshwater sharks in Florida that can go in salt or freshwater.
So let's talk about the weather for a minute.
Every year's a call to the city about an alligator in one of the drainage.
Because I want to tell you, you caught the tornado that was coming our way.
I'm trying to finish the video, by the way.
Yes.
That talks about the bad weather.
It's
But I've been working on a
be-
dual video, so I'm
we're
trying to
gonna
work
be
out
at a-
tomorrow.
I got a hole in my shirt.
I told you that earlier.
Yeah.
You didn't change it
I didn't change it. It's a power move.
because I told you should change it.
Yeah. Don't tell me what to do.
You know what it is, actually? It's called forgetful, is what it is. You forgot to change your shirt. Bullnose sharks will come up to the Mississippi River to have their offspring.
That's what Phil said.
And Rochelle said, if the pool's brackish, I'm not getting in.
She's
We have beavers chopping trees at the end of the street. It's annoying. Why they have like little axes? They're like. Anyone praying for rain can now put that prayer on the twice a week rotation.
I just have to say,
Connor's a really smart kid. You see what he said? Anyone praying for rain can put that prayer on the twice a week rotation.
Okay. I just learned.
Holy shirt.
I've just learned or thought of.
Yes.
We're going to do a homemade game.
Oh, a homemade game?
In the future.
Mm-hmm.
Listen. Hear me out.
Hear it.
Ready?
Let me hear.
What we're going to do is the week before, or no, I know what we'll do. The day that we're going to do the game, we're going to engage the viewer by asking them to give you something to make a sound effect for. And then I've got to guess what you're trying to do. Because whatever sound effect you just made a minute ago, it made no sense.
When I was chopping, I was a beaver chopping wood.
Yes. Nope. If I close my eyes, you're not chopping wood. It's not a beaver. I don't even know what I would guess. That's horrible.
They chew through a tree in a couple of days. What do you think a beaver sounds like chewing through a tree?
That's better.
It's like, should I have done that?
That's better.
Well, I was imagining them with like little axes. Because they're little beavers. They can't hold anything, but it would be really cute if they could. And they're like wearing little lumberjack shirts. That'd be so cute. I think so, Drops. I think I already sent something your way, but I'll double check to see.
Yeah.
And look, they said your shirt is sanctified, holy.
Let's go.
See, he said it was a good piston sound. Thank you,
Well,
Connor.
they are not working on engines.
A printing press? I
can
didn't
see
sound
that.
like a printing press.
Yeah, the old school type where you got to pull it
No,
down.
a printing press is like beat, beat, beat.
I think that'd be closer to a laser printer.
It sounds like a printing press.
That's why your sound effects are horrible. They're good for something. You just don't match them with the right thing.
Okay. He said call it charade, sound charades gone wild. Yes, Bowen with little helmets. Like they could have like a little lumberjack belts and like little lumberjack. They have to wear that like red and black.
Suspenders, maybe?
No, the red and black checks, the little checkered print.
Okay.
They don't have pants, Eric. That'd be
Okay.
ridiculous.
Oh.
The
You're
shirts are not ridiculous. The
totally
little pants with suspenders.
helmet,
would be so dumb.
not ridiculous.
No, I think it's a
Pants,
great
ridiculous.
idea. Great beavers and flannel. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like a little flannel shirts with like a little axe that they carry, and then they're like timber, and they say timber, but they have to say it in little beaver voices,
What would that little beaver voice sound like?
just like I did.
Do it again. But before you do it, before you do it, I want you to think.
No, you have to hear it from off the side.
Okay.
Timber.
That's probably actually the best one you've done so far.
I think Brandon Gardner wants a Buc-ee's at the end of her street. Yeah, that's what I imagine, like little Bucky beavers chopping trees with their little axes.
Bucky Beaver doesn't chop trees.
He might.
No,
He literally has his own
he's chopped.
entire line of beaver nuggets. He has all kinds of stuff. He does all the things. There's a statue of him.
He chops brisket. That's what he chops.
He definitely has an axe. We'd be chopping that with an axe.
With the brisket?
He could.
Not.
I think Brenda Gardner went to Buc-ee's at the end of her street. I think she does. Drop says it's growing. So growing heirloom tomatoes this year. Tobacco this year. I hope got to get seeds. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I have coffee seeds. I haven't tried to grow. Coffee. I walked up to a beaver chewing a tray. It's an amplified knife slicing sound.
Can you
Knife slicing sound? Right? Hey, Karen, how are you? And a Buc-ee's hat. Yeah. Or his like little Arctic. He can't do Arctic anymore. What's he have to do? What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? Sorry, Monica. I'm with Eric. They need suspenders. That's not right. That's not right, Bowen. I'm sorry. They can't have pants.
Why all of a sudden did you go like Australian?
Hey,
That's
Pretty
not right.
Hey, Pretty and Pooch. Look, Pooch changed his channel name to Pretty and Pooch. He's gone. He's gone. He's like, you know what? I need to change it. It's done. I'm Pretty and Pooch now. Boom. That's it. Let's see. Karen says, hey, Brandon Gardner says the beaver nuggets are different. Oh, yeah. Don't eat those. I don't think you want that. They're not chocolate covered beaver nuggets. That's not real. We have chocolate covered beaver nuggets down here.
Speaking of nuggets.
And they're not found on the street. Fresh brisket on the board.
The other day.
See, he said that's it. Connor said that's exactly what it sounded.
You actually changed it from last time.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
That's what he says.
You're tearing it up. Now you're getting it. Wow. You're good at this game.
That doesn't sound like it. Oh, I have a perfect sound for you. Eric has lost it. I'm hoping to get my peanut seeds going this year too. That would be cool. I don't know that we could grow peanuts here. I don't know if it'll work. Hey, Roberta, how are you? She's doing great. Believe it or not, that was an old video. It was done in February. He just posted it because he's been holding it for the proper time.
You need material.
He's got content. So she's doing much better. She should be hopefully having a calf soon.
Yeah.
Monica, my email.
Thank you for asking.
Yes, thank you for asking. Monica, my email is, hold on, I'll put it up on here. Let me check.
Why are you talking to yourself?
Sorry. No, it was
Monica, my email is.
No, it was Miss Rebecca asked what my email was. So hold on, let me go back to comments.
Monica, my email
Lisa, I'm
is.
enjoying your pineapple and jalapeno jelly. Oh yeah, that's some good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Okay, there you go, Miss Rebecca. It's right there. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. So what were we gonna say? Mm-hmm. Yep. You're so discombobulated.
I don't even know what I want to say.
Scott's here. Hey, Scott, how are you?
Scott, what's going on?
I'll send Jesse some of my beaver nuggets. Don't send those beaver nuggets to him. That is not worth the shipping.
All right, no updates on the basketball game because I'm recording.
Watching the Mavs get smoked. Eric's recording the game. He's like, we can't go that long. I'm recording the game. Pooch's gonna mess you up. Then you don't have to worry about watching the game. Growing okra this year too. He said we went back to the South and all I can find is a little bag of breaded okra still. I don't know. I don't grow okra. I'm not really growing anything in my garden this year.
No,
my
that's
garden
not
is
true.
growing weeds.
And
not weed, but weeds. Weeds and grass. Bermuda grass, I think. I think it's more
Johnson grass.
I think it's Texas grass because
Johnson grass. Because it's like
the Johnsons planted it.
It's 5 feet tall.
It looks like corn, actually.
Yeah.
It looks. Somebody was like, "Are you growing corn?" I was like, "I could be. I don't know." I got some containers in there. They do have something in them, and I did see some tomatoes in my weed bed.
So speaking of nuggets. While Monica's away, we did a lot of smoking. And not the weeds that Monica's talking about.
They smoked some meats.
We did. We
some other stuff.
Some brisket.
Okay, listen to this list, guys, closely.
The brisket was off the chizang.
It was so good because it was Solomon's brisket. Really good.
So good.
And then they made ribs.
Oh, wait, am I giving a list?
Right? You made ribs, right?
Yeah, but that's a dramatic pause.
Okay.
You have to like hold it down for a second.
Oh, you're going to lose people. They're going to sleep while you're pausing.
Oh. Then we made ribs. Now, interesting thing about the ribs is I had them in the smoker, and then all of a sudden, storm number 382 came out of nowhere and just started like rain everywhere. So
while you were making the ribs?
The ribs were already in there for like 7 hours. And I'm like, you know what? It's got to be done. So I packed everything up, pulled the cord out, covered the smoker or whatever I did, and like ran into the house.
Okay.
And then I pulled the ribs out and I'm holding them up and the bones aren't falling out.
Thank you, Rebecca. I'm going to go hear a real video of what they sound like. Go ahead.
Anyway, so then one other thing that I wanted to try, and I was going to save this for the live.
Did you do a video?
No, because this is legitimate. This is legit. Okay, this is not Eric trying to be gross.
It's gross.
Okay, it's not gross. You have a preconceived notion of what it is before you even try it.
What did it taste like?
Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So in the past, on one of our lives, Jocelyn was an unknown participant.
She was the known participant. She just didn't know what she was getting into.
Yeah, there you go. So I let her taste test some
pig testicles.
Pig testicles. Okay. All right.
They were like this big. They were like little nuggets.
Little nuggets.
Little tiny nuggets.
Like beaver nuggets.
Little, like
not chocolate coated, but just like that.
Cooked up in the fry pan.
Okay. So if anybody's ever had Rocky Mountain oysters before, it's a little bit irony, kind of like just like organ meat, right? Like
irony,
hearts.
like IRONY, like irony, like the irony of all of it is that you ate something like that.
So anyway, they
weren't Rocky Mountain. First of all, they were literally from the prairies of Texas.
Okay, this is what they're called. Settle down.
They're not called that.
Okay.
They're called.
So here's the thing. Ready? So number one, the ones we had before.
Awful.
You didn't even try it.
No, awful. OFFAL. Awful.
What's awful?
Awful. The big old bull balls you just ate.
Oh, okay.
Bull testicles.
So here's the thing.
Yeah, bull balls. But they're not really called Rocky Mountain oysters, are they?
Okay, so here's the thing. Ready? A bull testicle is big. It's like the size of an avocado. Yep, there it is right there. Look. See? You're welcome.
Also called prairie oysters, calf fries, or cowboy oysters.
Yeah, I think they're calf fries down here. Oh, there's blue.
No, okay, we're not going there.
Anyway, so here's the thing. Ready? So we've tried it before. It wasn't great.
Are they like liver?
It tastes like liver, like heart.
She said like liverish.
Okay.
Like awful.
Isn't that like an irony?
An iron taste.
Okay.
Like more like you're eating blood.
A little bit.
Okay.
Okay. So it's supposed to be really good for you, though.
Is it though?
Organ meat?
Organ meat. But is this
good that for not you? Part of his organs? Okay. Anyway, new poll.
We can buy bull and goat testicles at the grocery store here.
See, there you go.
Well, these were
They got-
like hand size. These were
Okay.
huge. They were like,
They're big. They're like the size of an avocado, at least. Probably a little bit
a
bigger.
really big avocado.
So
Good
what I
night,
did.
Sandy. Thanks for coming in.
So here's what I did. Ready? What I did was I cut the outside lining off, peeled it, and then I sliced it just like you see in that picture. You thought I was a professional chef. The way
Well,
I did
she's
this.
slicing her beef bacon for breakfast in the morning.
Okay, so here's the thing. Ready? Put it in the smoker, salt and pepper. That's all I did. Salt and pepper.
And you
Now-
smoked them.
And then I smoked them. And then when they were done, they looked like the little sausage patties, like Jimmy Dean's
Like they have
sausage
them right there.
patties.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But okay.
Here, the downside was I put too much salt on.
Hi, Daniel. How are
The
you?
upside was it was good.
Okay, except for they were salty.
They were a little salty.
Okay.
So, you know.
Yeah. So, Bowen, they're called meatballs, prairie oysters, calf fries, or cowboy oysters.
They're the real meatballs.
Yeah, I think so. They're often deep fried after being skinned, coated in flour, pepper, and salt, and sometimes pounded flat. Yeah, so I opened up my refrigerator tonight looking for some leftovers for dinner because I was getting some stuff out of there, getting some salad and stuff. And there's a baggie, like a Ziploc baggie in the door that kind of just falls out and plops into my hand.
Oh, because I did what is it called?
Marinade?
No, the other one.
Brine?
I brined them.
You brine the balls.
I brined the balls.
Yeah, Brampton Goddard says she doesn't like salty balls personally, but she meant balls, not balks. I'll stick the chicken livers. Thanks. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
but
So it's just sitting in there. So I don't know if it's any good now. I mean, how long do you keep balls in your freezer or fridge before you have to throw them out? And how do you know if they're any good? Do you have to sniff it? I'm not. I'm just saying. There's a big testicle in the freezer. I mean, the refrigerator.
yeah.
I'm not sniffing it. I don't know if it's any good. I'll let you finish making it. You can have it for dinner tomorrow. I'm not Googling that neither. Do people really can them? I want to know. Do they really can them, you think?
Why is he calling out the women?
Most women can them. I mean, because a lot of men don't can, maybe. Sniff test. I'm not sniffing it. No, I'm good.
So I feel like we've tried soaking other meat, like the liver or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't help
And-
as much as I thought it would.
I'm just not like a huge.
Did you rinse the brine?
Yeah.
And then you added salt?
Salt and pepper. Just the same thing I do with all the other stuff.
I think Eric just turned half the viewers into vegetarians. Yeah. I'm not a big
Jesse,
organ or
come
testicle
on.
consumer either. Oh, he was being sarcastic. Drops was. I thought you were really for real. Roberta said, I'm watching the Asian street food videos. They eat every part of the animals except the hair, feathers to make food. The fatty parts are a favorite part of their meals. Yeah, I'm not either. I'm not interested. Eric's always trying to get me to try different animal meats. See how I said that? Animal meats.
Yeah.
And I am not interested.
Well, but
Thank
again,
you, Shrewsbury Farm. Maybe coating them in chocolate would help
no. But honestly, it just tasted like sausage.
with
Like,
too much salt.
Yeah. So
Salty sausage.
it was, but the consistency was like a sausage patty.
Got it.
So if I hadn't,
Wrap it in bacon.
if I hadn't over salted them,
Yeah.
they would have been just fine.
Well, then I can take.
And nobody would have known the difference.
So why don't I take the ones that you have in there, the one that you have in there, and I can chunk it up and dip it in some breading tomorrow, and you can have little ball bites. I can use my air fryer. Pretty percent, not the guess where I think was thinking. I can coat them in some sort of panko, and you can have panko testes.
No,
Bacon, boom, brilliant.
I've never heard the term before. Drops. I'm sorry.
If you ever heard the term she has her husband's, oh, okay. Yeah.
No.
Bacon, boom, brilliant. I mean, he's,
It's not. It doesn't.
Bears, Battlestar Galactica beats Bears, Battlestar Galactica.
Here's the thing.
Bull
Again,
nuggets,
it's
yeah.
just like it's like everything else that people just
Connor's got it.
say.
Bacon, boom.
I'm out. I don't want to try it. But what I'm trying to get at is, I don't personally want to throw any part of the animal out.
I 100% agree.
So if I'm going to, I have to at
With
least
Karen breast.
I have
She
to at
said
least
it sounds
try it.
awful. Yeah.
I have to.
Okay, you did. Did you like it?
Yes, it was fine. Other than it was too salty, and that was my.
Bull balls bits. Bull ball bits. There you go. Bull's balls bits. That's the little bits of bull balls. That's what we could do. Little bits.
They ain't bits.
Okay. Well,
They're bunches.
if I took them and breaded them,
Bunches of bull balls.
breaded bull balls, nuggies.
Little
Bull Tripe is horrible. Maybe cook them like fried green tomatoes. Yeah. John, good night, Bowen. Thank you for coming in here. I appreciate you. I hope you get some rest. Maybe cook them like fried green tomatoes. Yeah, I mean, we could do that. Or wrap it in bacon. I have bacon in there.
Don, I'll bring some in for you, buddy.
There you go. But he won't give you feedback though, so don't expect it.
Oh, yikes. Shots fired.
I'm just messing. Oh my gosh, we're at 50% for the 1 to 4 days now. People are taking their time.
Well, within the first day, most of the time you don't get home at like 12 in the afternoon. You're getting home late. You're tired.
Cut it up and add it to his breakfast butt nuggets. Butt nuggets and balls, a bland original. You know? Breaded bull ball bits. Yeah. I mean, it could be like a new thing. The delicacies of the Bland Ranch. The Promised Land gives you a variety of foods.
You know what's fun?
I bet you the Naked Gardeners would try it.
You know what's fun? Oh, you know what? That's what we should do. I should invite him over.
Well, you only have one testicle left.
Oh no, we got plenty of testicles out there.
Do we?
Yes, because we get them back and we never know what to do with them. Got it. And that's why I smoked it. It's like a slow cook.
No, I promise we did not practice this conversation. Everything you see here on our live is live. We do not practice or talk about anything before we come in here. You get it all. This is therapy. It's real life life therapy. And it takes several loads of laundry. To unpack. Maybe we're talking about the unpacking now.
Yeah. Anyway, but we were talking about that at dinner with Mom and Dad the other day because.
Did your dad try it?
No. But what I'm getting at is the other day when we were talking about it.
Yes, Brampton Gardner. It does.
It's almost like you can kind of gauge how old people are based upon what they will or won't try.
Okay.
And like younger people, they're not trying. They're out. Because they're so used to everything like grocery store wise, they can go pick everything out that they want. And probably even people up to my age. But the generations before us
will try everything.
Are the people who, because their families grew up in Depression times. So they know what it's like to not have food.
Yeah.
Or not be so picky.
You didn't feed your dad testicles?
No.
Drop said, all right, enough. Enough. I've heard enough. Time to talk about something else. Tell me about poop. Well, Mike, I told Caleb they were great. If he didn't eat his, I was going to. Their chocolate-covered dates with peanut butter would have been even better if Eric had not held some of them. I agree. I'm just giving you a hard time, Don. It's fine. So yeah, I mean, it sounds like you guys had an adventure when I was gone.
So yeah, the storms kept coming and coming and coming. And it got so bad how many storms we had. After like the third leak in the house, I was like, you know what? I don't even care anymore. I'm done. I'm not caring about anything else. I had the mudroom like puddling. You could see the water just flowing through the room. The dogs. So
that's a good one.
The funny thing is that
that's a good one. Don't worry about wasting them. You just put them in there. Put them in the garden. Makes the plants grow.
You can. And you know what I did with them?
Four-legged chickens.
You know what I did with that salty nut?
What did you do with the salty nut?
Fed it to the dogs.
Now they have high blood pressure.
You got to put the little cuff on.
I saw Titus out there with a cuff the other day. Yesterday afternoon, he was out there with a cuff. I was like, yesterday afternoon.
No, go ahead. You do the sound effect. Do the little.
Actually, I don't have one of those. I have an automatic one. It goes. There it goes.
That was better.
Beep, 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 beep. And then it like goes beep, 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 because it's usually high when I'm taking it. It gets all mad at me and it's like, take me off now, lady. Your blood pressure's way too high. Nothing says more like I'm just kidding than sending more. That's true.
That's true.
But I don't ever kid all of them.
Troy, what's going on, man?
Hey,
so glad to see you.
Bar Run Forge hit 5,000 subscribers. Boom, baby.
Let's go. Congratulations.
Yay! Yeah. I was in there for like a hot minute and then my mom called and I left the chat.
Your mom ruins everything.
Just ruined it. Feed it to the pigs.
Does she
no, you can't
you
feed bull testicles to the pigs. That
Why
would
not?
We'll feed it to the dogs instead. We don't want to give the pigs blood pressure.
Those from
high
all the
blood
times
pressure.
that the cows were making fun of the pigs for being in the cage.
You think they do?
Yeah.
You think they're like,
They walk. Yeah, they walk by and they're like,
they're like, look at all this pasture we have.
that's what it feels like to be in prison.
I'd hate to be the pigs standing in that mud over there. Look at us. We get all this grass. Lives are fun and spontaneous. Yes, they are. These are not practiced.
Okay, so
Wait, Drop said I
Oh.
saw the storms running over Texas. I got some of that rain, so I didn't have to water my garden. Yeah, we won't have to water our garden for about 3 months at this rate.
Yeah, so after the first storm, we had all
Fishing,
the trees that broke. We had the pig pen roof that broke. And then after one of the other storms, then it started pushing some other things around. Oh, our sign was broke. Our ranch sign was broke.
That's in my video. So you're
Last-
giving away all my videos. So
Last
I don't have to put it up
night,
now.
I don't know if you noticed or not, but between the weight of the peaches on the
It
branches
snapped the
and
peach
the
tree.
wind,
Yeah,
it broke the top part of the tree.
I saw that. It's just down on the ground.
It's-
Mindy saw it today.
It's
She
already
was
been
leaving.
given to the pigs.
Did you give all the peaches to the pigs?
Yep.
They can't have all those pits.
Okay.
New research says salt doesn't really affect your blood pressure like they thought. Well, Titus
See?
is now having to take blood pressure medicine.
Okay. So here's what happened the other night, though. So
Oh my gosh.
it
that's
started.
crazy.
It started
Okay,
raining.
I'm gonna hold on. I'm
Oh,
gonna focus on your actual story. Go ahead.
Alright.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
seriously?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. You better hurry up.
I'm losing you that quick?
I'm gonna. Yes. That's it. I'm paying attention to Brenda
Okay.
Gardner.
So here's what happened. What? Why?
That's true. Go ahead. Keep talking. I'm listening.
So I'm in bed. I got all the dogs in the mudroom. At like 1:30 in the morning, I'm
Mhm.
hearing this whimpering sound.
Yeah.
And of course, I wanted to go out and wring their neck. I didn't, but I wanted to.
Yeah.
So I go out to the mudroom, like staggering out there because I haven't had much sleep.
Mhm.
So I'm like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm looking at them. Well, they're all looking at me like they want to go inside the house.
Mhm.
And I look over and realize the reason why they wanted to come in the house was because the wind was blowing some of the rain through the window.
That's just rude.
So I don't know why they thought they were coming in the house because of a little bit of rain. So I walked
Yeah.
over and just closed the window.
I can't close the window with two
And
fingers.
as they're like looking back at
My
me,
fingers are too weak.
they're almost like, "Yeah, bro, we're getting ready to go in the house. It's getting ready to happen." And I just kind of stepped over top of them. And I could almost imagine, like, as I opened the door to go back in the house and shut it, like their mouths were just like, "He's
Poor
not letting us
puppies.
in." So I go and lay down. And as soon as I'm about to go to sleep, the whining starts again.
Mm-mm.
And I'm like, what could it possibly be? Oh, that's right. One of them is afraid of thunderstorms.
Who's that?
Mara.
Mars afraid of thunderstorms? No.
Anyway, so she's whining at the door. So I go out there and I'm like, "What are you doing? Go to sleep."
You think that worked?
Yeah, because she like turned around and like went back underneath the bench.
So a little fear counteracted
Yeah.
the other fear.
So she
Hey,
got,
Lori, how are you? LG Homestead.
"What's going on?" So anyway, so she goes back. I go back to lay down. And then again, thunder was just like boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. It was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And the rain was so hard
Mm-hmm.
that something on the roof was flapping around.
Wow. What was that? Probably a cat holding on.
It could have been like on the edge, like
Mhm.
"Ah." No, but I heard this like
What was it?
the wind.
On what?
It was outside. Did you want me to
Did
go
you
out
go
in
look?
the storm? Did you want me to go out in the storm?
I wasn't here to worry.
What?
I wasn't here to worry about you.
So you want me to go out at like 3:00 in the morning?
I mean, if you're awake,
Lightning directly overhead.
I was asleep in Maryland.
Thunder so loud that the whole house is shaking.
That stinks.
I got water pouring through the ceiling. The dogs are whining. Rain coming through the window. Rain
Mhm.
coming around the chimney.
It sounds really
Rain coming
unfortunate.
down next to our beautiful longhorn skull.
Man.
And you want me to go outside,
That
risk my
stinks.
life
Yeah.
to figure out what this vibration sound is?
There are a lot of sound effects, Anne. It's true. I don't know. You're right. You shouldn't have gone outside. Good thing you didn't.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, any pointers on hoop coops? About to set Pretty up with some chickens. We don't have any hoop coops. We don't have anything like that.
We have plenty of chickens.
We got lots of chickens, and I got chicken babies over here in a incubator over here.
You can have all of them.
No, you can't
Yep,
because those
every
are
one of
for
them.
Dee Dee. Hey, thunder can shake the windows. Lots of onomatopoeia. Yeah. Welcome to your first real thunderstorm.
Wait, I thought onomatopoeia was like,
Oh, now I gotta go look it up because I can't
I thought
remember.
it was poetry or something like that. You know, like poetry or something.
I know what the word is, but I can't think
Like
of
sounds of
what is
poetry.
onomano. There it is. Onomatopoeia.
How does she even spell that?
She didn't spell it right.
Spell check.
The type of word or process creating a word that phonetically imitates, resembles, or suggests the sound that it describes. Common onomatopoeias include noises like oink, meow, roar, and chirp. Grateful Dexter's not scared of thunderstorms. Yeah, it's true.
What's true?
Onomatopoeia. You can get chain lightning in Western Colorado. I've never seen chain lightning. Is it like a chain link? Like chain link fence?
It's probably just like that. It like
a chain link fence?
does like a crisscross.
Yeah.
Through the sky.
Thank you, Don. So if you just keep doing like this, yeah. It makes it seem like you're way more involved in the conversation than you have to be. So you can kind of sit back and kind of partially listen.
Wait,
I've already heard the story. So I just partially listened because I knew most of it. Didn't hear the part about going on the roof and the wind flapping, plop, 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 flapping stuff. That was your flapping, plop, plop, plop. I didn't hear all that, but I know I definitely can do that. Dang those storms. We worry about our buildings, but we neglect our own. Yeah, it's true.
That's
the Poultry
so true.
Scrolls book, MB Heritage Farms. Oh, yeah, that's cool. There you go. Go there and see. Hits the ground and skips like a rock in the Granite Mountains. Oh, okay. Crisscross will make you want to jump, jump. I can't do that because if I sing the song, we'll get dinged.
Well, you at least
or fireworks.
Sounded better on that one.
Thank you.
So the Thursday where the tornado was coming our way.
That was Tuesday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The lightning I saw looked like it struck the ground when I was driving the highway.
Do you think it hit the tree out front?
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway,
should have given that to the pigs.
You could see the lightning kind of like zipping through, and once it hit whatever it hit, it like dissipated, and you could just see the sparks. It's almost like, you know, the sparklers.
Yeah.
When you just sit there and you just kind of see it like falling down.
Wow.
That's what the lightning looked like. It was actually very awesome.
Hi, Miss Denise. Crisscross will make you jump. Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. So yeah, it didn't do anything like that in Maryland. It was beautiful weather the whole time. It was a little warm when we went to the interment, like to the funeral, to the cemetery and stuff. But it was beautiful weather. Like, it was gorgeous. There was actually like a couple days my mom was like, I need to wear a cardigan. It's chilly. I'm like, okay, Daddy Mac will make you jump. Yeah, exactly. When lightning hits, you hear a boom. Okay. Yeah. Well, we hear a lot of booms that morning. That's why I was wondering if maybe it hit the tree out front and there's like a black mark where it looks like maybe it hit. We get crazy lightning storms here, and I was surprised. Florida was crazy too. I didn't get many in Oregon. Yeah, it definitely sounded like
world traveler.
She is. We definitely had some sort of really big sounds out there Tuesday morning when the tornado warning was on us. It's kind of weird too. We literally woke up and it was just kind of freaky.
Well,
thankfully my sister-in-law called us or texted me and kind of alerted me to something going on because I would not have known. And the same thing kind of happened when even just the other night, I got an alert on my watch and I wake up at 5:30 in Maryland and it's 4:30 in the morning here, and it looks like there's a severe thunderstorm warning on Rockwall. So all my people still slept through it, but that's when he was actually up. And I'm texting my daughter-in-law like, hey, by the way, if you wake up, just so you know, not a bad storm. It's just a severe thunderstorm warning. You'll be okay. Nothing bad happening. Just going to be kind of loud because I didn't want her to wake up and freak out that it was, bad storm. Lightning hit the power pole at back. Zap. Yeah, lightning strike what? Our TV antenna years ago. Antenna was right beside the stove and outside wall. I slung gravy everywhere.
I remember as a kid in West Virginia, whenever they had lightning storms, Grandma would go through and unplug everything in the house.
She was also on the top of a mountain. Okay, so let's be for real. She was.
You know what though, and it's definitely different lightning storms up there.
Yeah,
but it definitely seems like down here on the plains that when the storms come through, I feel like it's lower. Like, it feels like it's much closer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, so when we left, I left yesterday. I left Maryland and got in the car. Got in the plane, and the plane was, we were delayed a little bit because of the rain. And the minute I left, I land here, and my father-in-law is asking on a group text between family from here in the Maryland. He says, "How's your weather in Maryland?" And my sister-in-law was like, "Yeah, we're fine." There were literally 4 tornado warnings in Maryland within several miles of where I was. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? I literally left Maryland. There's tornado warnings there. Robbie Jean and Michael Childress of MB Heritage Farms are wonderful folks. Yeah. So I think they were just, I don't know if they were in here, if it was just that they're the book that he posted too.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Yeah.
About the chickens.
Yeah. So the chickens. So Pooch, I mean, chickens are great. We didn't have a hoop coop. We just have a, chicken house that we got for free. And we've built a few, and honestly, just give them a place to hang out at night and they'll have a blast. That's all you need. I mean, if you're going to free range them, just give them a big area to free range. It just depends on what you want to do with them too. Right. So we have no recommendations for that type of coop though. We don't know anything about hoop coop. So, but yeah, no, I had good weather there. I had a good time there. I went and did some errand running for my mom. I went and had to go down to visit some people. And my mom has this like really nice new car. She's got this like Hyundai Tucson or something. It's pretty fancy. Okay. Like it's so fancy. Like when you stop at a stoplight and you're stopped for like literally 10 seconds, the whole thing like shuts down and it's like waiting for you because it's so smart. And then it starts back up when you drive.
That's kind of common now.
Yeah, well, this is like super smart. And then when I was driving, I had been driving for just a few minutes, and then it came up on the little like thing. It says, "I think you need to take a break." And I was like, "You think I need to take a break? You're a car.
Take a break.
You don't know me from driving. I've been driving for maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Mom said it does that when you're swerving a lot." I was driving down Solly Road. So this road is really curvy.
Yeah.
And I was driving like normal speed limit because you can't drive fast in Maryland, because every place in Maryland is super slow. I don't know what the speed limits are where y'all live, but here, they're good.
You got to get where you're going.
You got to get where you're going. You got to get where you're going to get. In Maryland, it's like you're walking everywhere, but you're in a vehicle with AC, because that's what it feels like. So yeah, Heather, it's so nice to see you. I'm so glad you're in here. Needless to say, Dexter said he gets upset when the car starts up near the crosswalk. Well, these stinking cars, this car is super fancy, right? So it'll be pretty free. It would be free for all if the chickens out here, if I free range them. Yeah, don't let it. Coyote's got 5 of his chickens. That's terrible drops. It's horribly slow here. Well, I will say that it was hard driving in Maryland because everywhere in Pasadena is like 40 and 45 miles an hour. She said he glares. Same with Alabama. They all go slow. I mean, I'm trying to drive and I'm like, dude, I need to get where I'm going to get. It was annoying. But anyway, I'm driving Mom's fancy new car.
Fancy new car.
I'm trying to be really good about it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Jeff got the whole thing cleaned out. He cleaned the inside out, cleaned the outside. I guess he wanted to look nice before we went to Pop-Up's funeral.
Yeah.
Because I guess Pop-Up cared.
You got to shine the rims up.
Last time I checked, he didn't care what we were driving in behind the hearse. Anyway, needless to say,
even more reason to shine them tires if you're going to be going that slow. Everybody can see you.
I will say we were leaving the wake.
You got to represent.
We were leaving the wake and we had all this food. We were taking all these food. Mom's like, I don't know where I'm going to put this food. And I was like, you could use Pop-Up's fridge. He doesn't mind. He said it's okay. And she was like, thanks, Monica. But I mean, he had an empty fridge. I might as well use it, right? I mean, whatever. Anyway, so I'm driving around her fancy car and I'm running some errands, but I got to go down to the funeral home to go get the certificates my mom had for my grandfather. So they said, you can come down here, but you got to be here at like 3. It was like 2:00. I had visited with my friends and I was like, you know what? I'm going to stop over at McDonald's. Stop at McDonald's, grab myself something to eat. Hadn't eaten or drank anything at all.
And
I was so
think you missed testicles.
I know. I missed testicles to go to McDonald's. Well, anyway, I went to McDonald's because I haven't anything to eat. And I wasn't going to Burger King because no. So, and they didn't really have anything else in the area. And I had to stay in that little vicinity. So I drive over to McDonald's and they have a deal. It's like $6 for like this meal deal. I'm like, cool, I'm going to do it, right? So I got this little chicken sandwich. I was super excited. I got some French fries and I bought myself a frozen Coke, which they don't always have. I know, Lori, right? It's just, anyway, I get myself a frozen Coke. Now, if you've never had a frozen Coke, it's literally like Coke.
Come on, man. 7-Eleven's had frozen Cokes out for years.
I know.
It's called a Slurpee. Let's settle down.
A frozen Coke at McDonald's tastes like a Slurpee Coke Slurpee. But see, there's not 7-Elevens around everywhere. There are sometimes, but they're not as convenient. Anyway.
It's literally why they're there.
They're not drive-thrus. So
convenient.
They're not drive-thru. Anyway, I pull up. I get myself the Coke. Listen. In this fancy car that's like beautiful that Jeff has cleaned out and he has done a great job of. And my mom is driving in style. He's taking care of my mom, everything, blah, blah. driving this car. I pull up, I get my frozen Coke, I give her the mic, pull up the frozen Coke, put the frozen Coke in the cup holder. I get my food, put it over here, and then I get my drink, put it in the next cup holder. As I put my other drink down, I realize the frozen Coke is now spewing frozen Coke out of the top, the little dome lid, the little hole, the big hole, like this big. It is just like that, like a volcano. It is volcanic. Just everywhere. I'm like, no big deal. I throw my hand into the bag and pull out what I think will be obviously a wad of napkins. 2 napkins. They give me 2 napkins. 2 napkins.
Times are tough.
No big deal. I pull away a little bit because there's people behind me and people in front of me. So I start to pull away and realize I got to get the Coke out of here. So I lean over. I'm my hands on the wheel. I lean over. I'm like trying to suck the volcano top off of the volcano. It's spewing still. I have no idea why it's spewing. I put it back down. There's already this much Coke in the bottom of the cup holder now. No big deal. I grab my pinky because my hands are starting to stick together like I'm Mr. Krabs. I get my pinky. I lean over. I have to move it so I cover my chest so I don't put my boob inside the thing. As I'm leaning over, I hear this person, beep, beep. I hear somebody going, move it. What? Fine. So I whip around volcano. I literally hear it jostling in the cup holders, like the Coke. I pull over to the parking spot. I take my pinky. I throw the glove compartment open because surely my mother has napkins in her glove compartment. Apparently not. Now, just a clue. This woman.
Are you trying to climb into the screen?
Listen,
you need to sit
my
back
mother
and
has
calm down.
investment in Brawny paper towels somehow. I know she does. This woman has paper towels everywhere. You know, she's got paper towels everywhere. She always has paper towels.
Why is she using Brawny? That's
I don't
cheap.
know. Whatever.
You
No,
gotta go
Brawny's
that-
the expensive stuff.
No, you gotta get
Bounty.
the Scott.
Bounty. Scott's cheap.
Bounce.
Whatever it is.
Bounty. There.
Whatever it is.
It's a quicker picker upper.
I have the sound off and I'm still entertained by Monica with her hands. Needless to say, she's got a roll of paper towels, right? I'm using my hands now more for him. Anyway, paper towel. I go to look, nothing, not a single napkin. Now my volcano has stopped, but I have this much liquid in both cup holders now. She's got a fancy car. Everything is electronic. If I lift that cup out of there, I'm going to drape it across the cup, the electronics. Well, I can't lean over. I'm too short to lean over into the next area. So now I've got to find something to hold it, to take it and get it out of there. Yeah. So then I jump out of the vehicle. I go to the back to get, surely there's something in the back seat. I go to open the door. It's locked because everything's old super locked down. So I hit the little button, get it unlocked, throw the back door open, looking for something. My mother has no paper towels. The whole back seat is completely cleaned out. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful.
How dare they?
Meanwhile, I remember I did use a paper towel. I used a paper towel to wipe my face. 2 of them a couple days before when my grandfather was being buried in the ground. So I'm like sad. So I'm wiping my face and probably, no doubt, several wipe of noses. So now I think, okay, the only thing I can find is some snot paper towels that I used that are shoved into the back of the thing, which I'm kind of upset that I didn't take them out of there, but I'm glad that I left them. So they probably have boogers all over them. But at this point, I don't care because I got to be able to pick this stupid cup up so I don't get stuff everywhere. I should have just went into the McDonald's because I'm parked. Obviously, that would be the right thing to do, right? Run into the McDonald's, get a bunch. No. Instead, I go back into the front. I grab the snot paper towels and I wipe up and sop up the 2 cup holders. I finally calm myself down. And now I'm like super hangry. So I'm like, not a big deal. See? Rolled toilet paper under the seat. My mom usually has paper towels. Apparently not. Jeff cleaned out the entire thing and paper towels were not allowed to stay in this car. Whatever.
He was trying to make it look nice for you. You shouldn't be eating and drinking inside the car.
I could have. Anyway, I reach inside the bag because I finally calm myself down from the volcano that just happened. And I sop up majority of the frozen Coke. By the way, mind you, my hands are now like full Mr. Krabs and they're stuck together from all the Coke. I reach over, I grab a bottle of water because Jeff obviously has loose bottles of hot water in his car because he doesn't have paper towels, but he's got bottles of water that
Just
are random.
in case.
I open up a bottle of water, dump
down.
it on my hands outside of the car and rinse my hands off. So now I have clean, dry hands.
Still, you decided not to go in to McDonald's.
No, I don't want to go in there. It's just weird. I don't like it. So I just dry my hands off. And of course I have nothing to dry them off with. So I just wipe my hands on my napkin, my shirt. So I reach over because they're just dry and
I'm
they're
sorry.
just wet.
Why can't you just walk in the store?
Because I don't want to. I don't want to walk in there. It's first of all, I'm in Rivera Beach. Okay, I'm not going in there.
It don't matter. Just
so
come on, girl.
I reach into my bag to get my delicious sandwich because I know it's going to be delicious because it's a new chicken sandwich they have. It's a McCrispy.
It's probably cold by now. Their food is.
I reach in and it's
cold.
hot. It's still hot. And I reach in. I'm so excited. I tear the thing open,
That's
and
the
I
wrong
look.
Food watch. It can be something different. What was it?
It is 2 pieces of bread, a dried out piece of chicken, and one sad, lonely pickle. No mayonnaise, no nothing. I'm like, what? I say the Lord. I thank Jesus. I thank Jesus for my food anyway. And I'm like, thank you, Lord, for this food. I did not need this, but I am thankful you gave it to me with my crab hands that I just cleaned off. I'm thankful. I'm thankful nonetheless. And I eat my food. I take 3 or 4 bites, and then I just decide I have to go get to the funeral home because I have to be there. Hey, Gillen Farms, how are you, Johnny? So I leave. I drive to the funeral home.
With your sticky hands.
No, my hands are not sticky now because I rinsed them off in the hot water, remember?
Yeah, the boiling water.
Yeah. So I drive to the funeral home. I figure I'm a few minutes early, so it's fine. It's the funeral home. He's not going to be like, waiting for me. I mean, he might be, but they're fine. So I pull to the funeral home. I park in the front, and nobody's there. Nobody's waiting for me. I see the truck there, but they're obviously not coming out to meet me. I'll just go in a second. So I pull the rest of the burger out. I shove like 3 French fries in my mouth because now I'm fat man in it. So I'm like trying to eat as fast as I can. So I throw the French fries in my mouth. I'm chewing. I take another bite of my sandwich. And as I'm pulling the sandwich out of my mouth, this guy opens up the door of the funeral home. I don't know why he's so cheerful. He literally works for a funeral home. And he's like, and I'm like, chewing my food because now I have a mouthful of food that is super dry. I can't just pick up my frozen Coke because it's still sticky in the bottom. It'll like drip everywhere. So now I'm leaning over to drink the rest of my frozen Coke to try to get some liquid in my mouth to dry. So then I go inside and he's like, still standing there watching me. He stood there and watched me like eat and drink like a weirdo for like 30 seconds, at least a minute. And he's watching me. He's like, and I'm like, hi. And then I'm like, because I'm pretty sure I have like chunks of food in my teeth. So I'm like trying to like hurry up and get food out of my teeth before I walk in to see a dude. Turn the car off because it's one of those automatic or starter ones. So I hit the button. I get out of the car. Left the key in the car. So I got to go back because it's like, beep, 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 beep. I'm like, okay. So I get my key, whatever, get the key, go inside. I open the door. He's like, who are you here for? And I'm like, he's like, I have 2 people coming to meet me today for death certificates. I'm like, don't be so excited, dude. It's his job. I guess he's happy. He likes his job. He hands me this packet. I tell him my pop-up's name. He hands me a giant packet. I don't know how many death certificates one person needs for one dead person, but there was a lot of them in there. I mean, it was like a stack in there. Fine. I take him. He's like, have a nice day. And I'm like, that's it. Thanks. So I go back in the car. I look, there's like chunks of food all caked in my teeth. I'm like, great. Why was I so happy? So he's probably got a story to tell about this lady shoving food in her mouth with
fat man in the front seat.
So I get in the car.
You were on a diet or something.
So I jump in the car.
Like stuck in the car, feeding your face.
Throw the AC on full blast, and then I turn the music up really loud, and I sit there for a second like.
Because you like just ate the food so fast that you gave yourself the sweats.
Well, then I don't want to sit there because I know someone else is going to be there in a second. So I don't want to like sit there and have to look at someone that's probably sad to go get their death. Here's me. I'm like, doo, 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 doo. So I just get out of there and I eat my dry, terrible sandwich halfway home. I decided at that point I didn't want it anymore. So I threw the rest of it away. But it's bad. Sound back when I think it was more entertaining with the sound off. Thanks. 25 death certificates. Yeah, apparently they gave my mom like over a dozen death certificates so she could send them out to the people. Didn't know that. You need copies of them to get like all the insurance policies and stuff. Yeah. Needless to say, that was my excursion on Tuesday. I was really glad they had them though, so my mom didn't have to go get it.
Her husband thinks she's having a full-on stroke.
Worth is like, she's having a seizure. She's having a seizure.
Maybe warn the man.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's how you get the cheap flights. Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, needless to say, I still had another visit to go. So I threw my trash away, went to go visit my friend and had a nice visit. But man, I'll tell you what, thankfully I got my hands actually cleaned up. I went to the bathroom and cleaned my hands up at the next place I went to. But I was like,
so you went to a different place to go in and wash your hands?
Yeah, but I didn't do it I'm not going to go into the McDonald's there. It was
Why
weird.
didn't you just hit it up at the funeral home?
It wasn't I wasn't
you go
going
in there
into
and you get the death certificates and it's stuck to your fingers and you can't even get it off because your fingers are so sticky.
No, the death certificate was in a big envelope. Well, that's the thing too, right? So apparently at the funeral, my mom wanted me to sit in the front row. I was not sitting in the front row. First of all, I'm not there. I'm not that person. The dreaded meat sweats. Yeah, that's some serious problems. I'm not sitting in the front row. My mom's like, sit here. She's patting the seat. And I'm like, no, thanks. I'm good. I'm gonna sit in the back. So I'm sitting in the back, having a good time. I was making up the story while watching Monica Flair around standoff. I think my story was better. You should tell me the story. I need to hear the story then. Needless to say, I did not shake his hand. I was afraid to shake his hand because I had the
because you wouldn't have been able to get it off.
Yeah, I was afraid I was going to hold on to him forever. Anyway, no, the day of the funeral, my mom wants me to sit next to her in the front row. I am not having that. My poor cousin had to sit up there. But I was talking to my sister-in-law later, and she said that as they're singing, first of all, the guy that did the funeral, nice dude, but he said some really whack stuff. So I wasn't down with that. Then second of all, he starts singing these songs and my mom is grieving. Okay. She's grieving. She doesn't know what she's saying. Although I think she does. This pastor's like, it is well. And he's singing his song and doing his thing. And my aunt's playing the flute. My aunt who has just lost her father. And she's like, doo, doo, doo. And they're playing it. Well, at the very end,
Wait,
because she kind of messed
Close
up.
Encounters of the Third Kind?
She can't, no. Do, 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 do. Anyway, as she finishes it, my mom, who's in the front row, I wish I was sitting next to her at this point so I could have smacked her. My mom says, as my aunt puts down the flute, which by the way, my aunt is a pretty stinking kick butt flute player normally. Not a fruit player, a flute player.
Why are you like talking smack about somebody that...
My mom says as loud as she can, it would have been better without the flute. Are you joking me? You said that out loud?
For everybody to hear?
Yes. I didn't hear it. My sister heard it and she's like, so of course then my sister-in-law is cracking up behind it because right before that, there was apparently a guy sitting next to her and he's like, it is well. And he's like singing this weird operatic type thing. And she said she was no good. So she's like smacking my brother because he's like mimicking the guy. And I'm like, you guys are laughing at Pop-Pop's funeral? And apparently I missed all the fun up in the front. I should have sat in the front, but I'm glad I didn't.
Blood fruit player.
Kick blood fruit player. A kick butt flute player. No. Well, then apparently the lady that's supposed to play the piano at the funeral didn't show up. So my aunt recruits some dude. She's like, "Hey, you play the piano for me."
Aren't you in a band?
Probably.
So
he's playing the oh my gosh, yeah, it was a little intense. But the pastor's not a singing. You know, like some pastors are singing pastors.
Yeah, they can sing.
No,
some of them.
No.
Except for the ones that think they can.
He's not a singing pastor.
Gotcha.
He was not. He was more of a talking only pastor, and even then, he didn't do that good. Like, I mean, it would have been better if somebody else done it.
Okay, leave that one alone.
Yeah, my Pop-Pop probably could have done a better job at his own funeral. Actually, we knew a guy did that one time. I'm gonna do that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, remember Daryl did his own funeral. Daryl preached his own funeral. We had a friend of ours.
Yeah.
He died of cancer, and he did his own funeral service, recorded it. So when his funeral happened, he literally preached his own funeral. I'm doing that. I'm preaching my funeral. Yeah. I'm not going to preach it. I'll have Eric preach it. Hey, Whistle Stop. What is it?
Whistle
Stop Homestead. I love that name.
What's going on?
Hey, welcome in. We're talking about funerals because my Pop-Pop just passed away, but it's okay because he loved Jesus. So we can laugh and enjoy ourselves because we know that he is what? Oh, I know who that is. That's crazy Ed. Oh, I love your name. Oh my gosh, that's so great. How are you, Ed? Hey, Lori. Well, thanks for coming in. By the way, I was thinking about you today. I bought grapes and I have ranch. We're going to try it and I'll let you know.
We've been talking about this too long.
I'm trying it.
We actually did that. We had a little fellowship at church.
And I told someone to try it and they said it was oddly good. Yeah. Barbara Ford said, my dad and I went to a funeral and the priest walked up and asked us to do the mass and play the organ. What? Yeah, that's a little extra. Yeah. Oh no, Ed, you're very sick. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. Well, we'll be praying for you. That's rough. I hate that. Yeah. See, Pooch is going to do it too. Him and I are preaching our own funerals. I'll just teach at mine. Rainey's uncle was a minister and died last year. He totally organized his own funeral and every part and wrote a poem to be read. I love that. I just don't want people to say stuff that's not appropriate. I mean, you could say inappropriate things. No, don't say inappropriate. I just don't want you to say something that's unbiblical. That's what I don't want. I don't want people to say unbiblical things at my funeral. So we bought this place from an ex-sheriff fireman, and he's a preacher. Backside of the house is a church. What? That's so awesome. Oh my gosh, I love that. I'm gonna cough here. Sending prayers will stop Homestead and feel better soon. Yeah, I hope you feel better, man. That's crazy. A lot of people are getting sick. They're getting funky funks. So something funky.
Yeah, Brampton said that she wasn't allowed to speak. I wonder why.
Control freak, even in death. Yep. Funny thing is honestly, it's not even about control. It's just about making sure that somebody doesn't say something stupid.
Yeah.
Semi-control.
Just gotta leave that in Laura's hands sometimes. You know what I mean?
You think?
Well, yeah. I mean, especially if it was a pastor that was preaching in this church that your grandfather went to for all them years.
Yeah, but he wasn't when he wasn't recently. There's a reason why he's gone. Just saying. Yes, 3B Homestead, we are not getting rain today, but we've been having rain. Yeah, you should totally crash it, Rochelle. If I die and you're still alive, which you probably will be, then you can come down here, aka control. Okay. Guess whose funeral I'm going to crash? Troy's. If I'm alive and he's gone, I'm crashing his funeral.
All right. You feel good
He'll
about
be
it?
like, yeah, he'll be like, oh, she finally came and saw me. But he won't be able to say it because he's dead. I don't want someone who doesn't know a thing about me to preside over me. I think that's a hard thing. Yeah, that would be hard. Yes, the rain in Texas has been crazy. It has been. I'm hoping to get that video finished tonight. If I can get it finished tonight, it will be released tomorrow. We'll see. You'll get a hug. Yeah, I'll give a hug. I'm just here for the food. We had some really good food after my pop-pop's funeral.
Yeah, you already told us all about the McDonald's.
No, Carrabba's. No, you'll come up with an excuse not to come, even to my funeral. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll be too old. Maybe I'll be dead. Is that good enough excuse? Eric will serve the balls. Yeah, he will. He's like, I've been saving testicles up for 20 years for this funeral.
We got a couple more packages. Will you try them if I make them?
No, I'll make you some.
No.
I have over 100-year-old pecan tree sitting in my driveway for me to cut up. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, the rain has been intense. Seems like it's rained every week in southern Oklahoma. Yeah. Hey, Heavenly Hills Homestead. How are you, Ryan? I hope you're doing good. Brampton Gardner. We're doing good here tonight. We were talking about funerals and frozen Coke volcanoes and how I shouldn't be allowed to drive fancy cars, but you should always make sure you carry paper towels in your vehicles at all times. Yeah. Make her try it on the live. Nope, not for me. Yeah. Celebration of life. I agree. I feel like that's really what this was for my, my pop-up. I mean, kind of was a funeral, but honestly, I sat in the back and tried to avoid all of it. I told Eric, I feel like I know what my problem is. When I go to funerals before, I usually don't cry a lot at funerals. I feel like, no, I'm living to 100 just to make people mad. Folks be like, seriously, he's still alive?
He's still here?
I think that for me, I've always had something to keep me busy, like my mind busy. So I don't really focus on the fact that that person's gone. I think that it usually sadness and things like that hits me later when I'm really thinking about that person or when I'm reminded. But at this funeral, I just didn't want to deal with it. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sit in the back and kind of ignore what's happening because honestly, I have already celebrated my pop-up. I was already okay with it. We created an acorn tree that has a trunk and is 6 feet wide, 150 feet tall. Wow. I helped create the video that we did for him.
That's a very nice video.
And that was very healing to create that with my mom, even though my mom was like, her fingers were like not moving right. And she kept trying to like drag and drop stuff on her computer and it drove me nuts. I thought I was going to punch her out for a minute there because she was driving me nuts with that. We were up till 3 a.m.
trying to grieve.
She just don't know how to like use a little thing. I'm like, how do people not use a mouse? Like for real, how do you not use a mouse? Seriously. 2,903 doing a giveaway at 3K. Oh no, sorry about that. Losing family is so hard. No, I'm happy. I'm really happy that my pop-up is not having to deal with the tragicness of this earth right now. Honestly, he is in a much better place and he is the most deserved person of that. He loved the Lord and I'm sure that he is doing much better than we are right now. So he's better off. So I'm happy that he lived a very full life and we had time to celebrate him and experience him. I'm super happy that I had him for 45 years of my life. So I had a huge amount of time with him. So
You're 45?
I know. I'm about to have a birthday. I'm about to be as old as you.
Oh, I see what you did right there.
I know. I'm waiting for the squirrel to show up. The squirrel. Not mom. That's very true. We can celebrate those who die in the Lord. To say what you need to say now. Way to go, Monica. Yeah, no, I mean, for real. I told him I saw him last June. My kids all got a chance to see him. He got to meet my daughter-in-law and my future daughter-in-law. And I mean, I just loved him then. And I just loved on him. I got to hug on him and give him a big old kiss on the cheek when I left. And I had that experience last year, and my kids got to experience laugh with him and have that joy in those moments. And yeah, nobody can take that from me. Those memories are mine forever. And I've had such a great experience with him. So we're getting all grainy over here. So honestly, I rejoice in his life and can be sad that he's not here, but I'm happy that he had such a wonderful life and his legacy is wonderful. So him and my grandmother prayed for me and prayed for all of us. And I just appreciate them so much for doing that. So Drops is going to make a big payday, and I did take out all the lights in this town. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. The tree falls will either give me a big payday or turn the lights out here in town. Wow, that's crazy. But yeah, no, I'm thankful. I'm so thankful and especially I'm thankful for Eric and the provision that God has had here. I was able to go to Maryland to even spend time there, and I was able to spend a whole week there, and that was huge for us because it's something that wasn't easy for Eric or the kids. But it was such a blessing for me to be there. So yeah. But it was nice. Yeah. We're losing reception. I wonder if it's getting ready to be stormy or something here because we're losing reception like crazy here.
Can everybody hear us okay still? I know
No, it doesn't look like it's stormy.
Video is grainy, but
yeah, I can see we're looking all weird and icky. I pray for the kids now who have to live in this world is becoming. I agree, Pooch. Honestly, yeah, me too, Rochelle. Me too, Rochelle. I was so happy. My grandbaby, I keep thinking about this sweet little grandbaby. I'm like, oh, please, Lord, protect this baby as he grows. Protect this baby now. Protect his wife now. I don't even know where she is or who she will be, but protect his wife now. Protect all of them. And yeah, keep them safe as they grow so that they can have a legacy that makes God proud. That's all we want. Hey, y'all, I need to go pack for church camp. Love you guys. Monica, Eric will be texting me after the show. Yeah, definitely text us whatever you need. Have a great church camp. That'd be great, man. Church camp is coming up. We have family going to church camp this coming week. The Wilsons are going, so pray for all those kids going to church camp, guys. Seriously, those kids, man, so many kids meeting Jesus now and strengthening their resolve and strengthening their commitment to the Lord. It's awesome. Oh, great. Got a 16-year-old cat that showed signs of Alzheimer's. She's good for a week and then she doesn't know where she's at. What? Cats can get Alzheimer's?
I don't think it's old timers.
Alzheimer's. Hey guys, how are you? Just missed y'all. No, we're here. We're not leaving yet. I mean, we're getting ready to probably, but Eric's got work tomorrow and I've got another appointment and we've got our live tomorrow morning. We're back. We're going live. Not me and Eric, but me and all my friends over around the hay bale, live at 11 a.m. Central, 12 p.m. Eastern. We'll be live on YouTube around the hay bale, Bland's Promised Land Ranch, Sandy over at Suburban Homestead of Wyoming, Arizona, Andale Homestead, and Hornsby Farms. All those platforms will be there, and we're going to go live for Around the Hay Bale live show. Talking about our podcast this week.
Sounds like it's going to be some good fun.
I'm excited. I'm super excited. We've got some really great podcast episodes we're talking about soon. Yeah. And Two Doves, Bees, and Gardens are on. We actually recorded with them 2 weeks ago. Super excited to be talking about all the things. And we just talked about garden math this week on our noon Eastern. He'll tell you when your stuff's coming up. Don't worry. I'll let him know you're looking for when your show comes up. But this past week we talked about garden math on our podcast. So it's pretty cool. And Sandy's so smart. She talks, her and Casey are like such wizards when it comes to all that mathematic stuff. Ann and I are sitting there like
witchcraft?
No, not that. Not like witchcraft wizards, but just like wizards.
Oh, okay.
Good wizardry. Good stuff. Not negative wizardry. But me and Ann are like, okay. Yeah. He said, I don't want to go back to work.
You and me both, brother.
But guess what? It's Friday. See, you made it through another week. You've made it through another week because tomorrow morning is Friday. See, you can always find something to be grateful for.
We survived.
You survived another week. Pooch, I want to go to work, but the doctors are telling me no. Yeah, because you need to relax, heal your body, and then you can go when you're ready. Right? I bet Casey has a velvet robe though. A velvet robe. He might. Been gardening 5 decades. If you need advice, just ask. Good to know, Drops. Good to know.
Oh,
I did my
that was brainy.
Yeah, I'm due for joint commission review. I don't even know what that means. Like your joints, like they do a commission review on your joints.
That's when they inspect the building. He works in the medical side of buildings, so everything has to be up to their standards.
Big review. Well, Eric, why are you texting me right now? Oh, the kids are texting me. They want cupcakes. They want cupcakes.
All right. Well,
they should have give Fridays off with pay just for making it through Monday through Thursday. Hey, we're going to put a video out soon. I have vlogged my adventures in Maryland, and some of the adventures were good.
I went to a funeral. How are you calling that an adventure?
Well, I saw people, but it was also really good because it was adventure, meaning it was ups and downs of losing someone.
Of having McDonald's in the car that you shouldn't have been eating.
Ups and downs of grief and loss.
The ups and downs of having sticky fingers and hands.
Cupcakes. It's too late. Yeah. No, yeah, my Mr. Krabs hands. I didn't record any of that, just so you know. I didn't record any of that. But I did record some of my time in Maryland.
Raging.
Baltimore, hon. Be more, hon. This is the best channel. Don't tell the other YouTubers. You're so sweet. Choose from Farms. You're so sweet. No, for real, though. I did record some of it. I vlogged some of it.
What's going on,
the whole time I was in Maryland, everybody was getting bad weather here. And so I'm hoping to put my bad weather video out tomorrow with some of the rain and some of the stuff we got here and some of the repairs that need to be made and have being made. So, yeah, it's been a busy few weeks, but you know what? I am thankful I'm here. I'm glad I'm home with my family. And even though Eric doesn't want to go to work tomorrow, at least he can come home and I'll be here when he gets here. So, anyway, keeping it rizzy. What?
He's got the riz.
I found the perfect farm for you guys right by me. All you need to do is get it and move back. Knock it off, Ryan.
Let's go.
Knock it off. No paper towels. No. I'm going to put paper towels in every vehicle.
We're taking a collection from paper towels. Right
By the way, my heirloom garden, golden bantam corn germinated in 4 days from last year. Wow, that's awesome. How many cattle do we have? I think we have 12 this year. Hopefully have some babies soon.
Yeah. We had 27 last year, I think.
Yes.
And we got rid of old ones and got rid of the bad ones.
Naughty. I prefer naughty, not bad.
No, they're bad.
They were naughty.
When they break fences,
Solomon was naughty.
He aged out.
Go fund me for paper towels. Hey, we really appreciate you guys. Oh, let me call my thing. Let's see
what we got.
Let me end the poll here. End the poll. When you come home from a trip, how long does it take you to unpack? 56% of you within the first day. 35% of you say 1 to 4 days, and 8% of you said 5 or more days with 37 votes. Hey, I'm excited because I got my stuff all unpacked today. So boom, baby. Very exciting. Do calves go through the fence? Sometimes they do.
Sometimes. But normally they'll stay by their mama.
Yes. Most of the time they stay by their mama. Hey, we are so appreciative for you guys coming tonight. We are so thankful for everybody that does come in here each week, for you watching our videos and just hanging out with us and chatting with us. We love chatting on Thursday nights. I like some good therapy. I like pretending to listen to Eric's stories, even though I've maybe heard them, or maybe I just am zoning out with you guys. So, hey, who likes hanging out with friends on Thursday nights?
Farmers do.
And farmers' wives do. I was reading Miss Ann's and said farmers' friends do too. Farmers' wives do too. Thank you guys so much for coming in here. We love you guys and we appreciate you. And we'll see you next Thursday. We'll be here for therapy. Will you?
Bye.